All right, we are in-house with some more Boaz Pirates. And, Coach, who is these two young men you have with you today?
Two of our sophomores, I've got Tyson Hamilton and Logan Williams. Both of these guys have played a big role on our team this year. They moved up and played some varsity for us from about December on last year as freshmen. Did a great job, earned some meaningful minutes in those games, and then they've worked really hard in the off season and then stepped into some primary roles for us. Played big minutes. They play in big moments. They're guys that I trust to be on the floor late in the game. Logan's a captain for us as a sophomore, so they've played in big moments for us, and they're gonna continue to play in big moments, big games for us for the next several years.
Coach, we talked about this. I'll say we beat the dead horse, but look, I'm still impressed by what your guys do off the court when they're not toed to. Mm-hmm. I can look at these two guys and tell you they're gym rats, but they may be on paper sophomores, but they play wise beyond their years, and I've seen it with my own two eyes. Talk about their maturity as basketball players, and they're not your typical sophomores.
No, they're not. I think just because of that experience that they got last year, just the guys that were above them that they were able to learn from a little bit, and then the guys that we've got in leadership roles, like Tyson's brother Toby, Landon Kennedy, guys that we've had on before. I think they have set a great example that these guys have followed, and now they've bloomed into guys that some of our other guys are looking up to as well. So they put all the work in that we ask of them, and then some. And like I said, they've developed on and off the floor, especially throughout the year. Just their maturity on the floor, the way that they understand the game, they understand what I like and what I want, and what we try to get out of offense, defense, what I expect out of them. So they've really developed, and it's helped our team a ton.
Guys, I gave y'all a huge compliment after watching you play. I texted Coach and I said, "Man, it looked like the old Plainview out there playing." Yeah, no shot at the new Plainview. I'm just saying when Coach was there, but Coach said it is special when you got five guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot, and it put in the work, and you guys can do all that, and you do work on your own. But talk about it, and we'll start right over here. You guys do a lot that's above and beyond asked, and we don't see that all the time, but you got to have a love for the game. Let's start right there. Talk about your love for the game and this school.
Well, the only reason why I do get in practice is because, we compete in practice a lot, so, it just leads to the game. So, and for the school, I've always went to Boaz. I just like the school. It's good education. Basketball's good on the rise. We're just going to get better every year.
100%. Same question for you.
I gained a love for basketball when I was really young, and it was always something I just went to. I didn't really start playing until 6th grade, and that's when I knew I loved it. And I also moved to Boaz in 4th grade, and it was the best decision my parents could have made for me because none of this would have happened without it.
When I think of Marshall County, and this is no shot at any other sport, but I think of basketball first. It's been like that since I went to school here. With the battles with you guys and Albertville back in the day in the 90s was wars, but you guys are coming up on a county tournament, and the county tournament up here is like no other. It's fierce. Talk about your mindset heading into this county tournament. We'll start over here.
We're playing our same opponent we played Saturday night, so you just gotta stay locked in and don't be content with anything. You just gotta stay locked.
And this is a group of guys pretty much down the road from you, like a neighboring school that it's a rivalry. So you got that on top of the county tournament. But just your thoughts heading into the county tournament.
Well, we definitely don't need to give Douglas hope for the area tournament, so we definitely need to beat them and then focus on Albertville.
You just touched on something. How hard is it? And I want all three of you guys to speak on this. How hard is it to play a team? You can play them 2 times here. You could possibly run across them in the county. You could possibly run across them in the area. And is there another tournament that y'all cross with them in?
Not right now.
Okay.
I think there's talk of us both joining the Sand Mountain tournament next year.
All right. So you could legitimately play a minimum of 4 to 5 times.
Yeah.
4 times, right?
Yeah, we played them 4 times last year. We played them twice regular season. We played them in the county tournament, and then we played them in the area championship. So that's something we run into. Luckily we're in the position now that we beat them on Saturday night in overtime. We clinched hosting the area tournament. So, but if we had lost that game, then this county tournament game could have potentially been a tiebreaker for us. So
wow.
You run into some crazy situations when you're playing teams like that. But obviously we put ourselves in a good position, so we don't have to do anything different. But at the same time, like you said, it's a rival. You're not just going to roll out there and just throw the game or anything. We don't have to show anything different because we put ourselves in position, but we're still going to play to win the game. We're still going to, they beat us 4 times last year. I'd like to return the favor this year. So we're going to make sure that we do everything we can to win that game and just continue working and continue getting better. But county tournament's always a fun time. We figured out last week, talking with Coach Williams, our old AD, that the Marshall County tournament is the longest running county tournament in the state.
That is awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's
I know it's a very big deal.
Yeah, it's special, man. It's special. It's a lot of fun. You'll get people that from all throughout the county that are going to be there every night, at least for the varsity games, there to watch. Doesn't matter who's playing, they're going to be there. So it's a special time. It's always a great environment and always a great crowd. So we're looking forward to it.
And from a player's perspective, and Coach touched on it, y'all are super familiar with these guys. That could be good and it could be bad. They know you inside and out. You know them inside and out, but you got to get fired up when you play them. Talk about that and just being so familiar with them and being right down the road from them. How tough is it and how good is it at the same time?
It's very tough to play up there. Like their student section,
They get after it.
They're after it. And I think it's much easier to play here, but I'm very familiar with their players, and I think I know how to guard them.
I think going off what he said, it's definitely very tough to play there. It's not just it's just the fans, the student section, the court. It's just everything. It's just weird.
The balls.
Yes,
oh my
very
gosh,
inflated.
it up.
And it just knowing last year, losing 4 times to them just gives motivation to be.
I forgot about that. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it was. I said that we beat Douglas. My first win as head coach here, and first win of my career was we beat Douglas at the buzzer. So they beat us 6 times in a row after that. So I thought that I was cursed for that first win, but we've broken it a little bit this year. But yeah, it was a hump that we couldn't get over. These guys had not beaten that group that they match up with in middle school at all. They've got a really talented sophomore group. So it was just Douglas was a hump that Boaz couldn't get over, and it's been like that for several years. So for us to have the success that we've had against them this year, obviously we're not just saying that we're going to beat them every time that we play them, but it's giving these guys some confidence just knowing that they can win that game. We're going to continue to keep doing what we can to keep ourselves in a good position to win. We're going to make sure that we're prepared, make sure that we always have something in our back pocket if we need it, and it's done well for us so far this year. We're glad that we don't have to go back to Douglas. I'll say that.
Let me ask you this, Coach, because sometimes things like that can creep into people's heads, and then it becomes reality.
Sure.
The curse of the goat with the Cubs, and then the Red Sox. Sometimes that thing can spiral out of control. The next thing you know, you've lost 10, 12, 14 games in a row. What was your approach to coming into this? Obviously, it's a fresh start, new season, but what was your set? They beat them in middle school. What was your mindset?
I think the biggest thing is just making sure, building these guys' confidence up. I told them before the game when we played them here that we had everything that we needed in our circle to win this game. And, just making sure that we were prepared from a scouting standpoint and putting ourselves in position to win with what we do offensively, defensively, things like that. And just trying to make sure that they play with the level of confidence that they can. And play up to their ability, and just making sure that they know that they're good enough to be in that game and win that game. And they finally saw that the first time we played them here, and then the effort that we had Saturday night was one of my favorite games that I've had as being the coach here. They jump out on us. I think it was 9-0, 11-2, 17-5, and we end up fighting our way back. We hit a half court shot at halftime to go up 5 into the half. Then we get up by 7 at some point in third, fourth quarter. They come back and take the lead. We have to hit a layup to tie it late, and we end up going to overtime and then win it in overtime. But just for the way that we played them in the past, once we got down early, we would not have been in the game.
Packed it up.
Yeah. So it just tells you the composure and the maturity that these guys have developed over the past year, just to be able to weather the storm and be able to finish that game the way that they did. I was really proud of them.
Coach, it ain't like you're rolling out 10 seniors either.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
These guys on paper are rookies.
Right, yeah, and they on paper they are we've talked about it. You know, we're inexperienced, but you know, I think we've played games this year that have prepared them for this moments. We've had tough conversations. We've had tough moments on the floor, off the floor that I think have they showed their growth on Saturday night for sure. So we're excited to continue building on that.
No doubt. Let me ask you guys a question. Being up here watching you guys play, y'all play a fun brand of basketball. The floor spread. You got, as Coach said, 5 guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot. You probably got confidence in everybody on the floor that they can hit an open jumper, that they can put it on the floor and score, they can rebound and defend. How fun is that when y'all are rolling? Because when I'm watching y'all, that's what I was getting from the game. And like I told Coach, the night I was here, all y'all shots was not falling. But y'all kept working it around, and then they did start falling, and y'all took control of that game. But how fun is it when y'all are clicking on all cylinders playing in this system?
I mean, when we're not missing, like, we just click so well, get out in transition, knock threes down, just like, that's at our best. Like, it's insane.
You got the defense on skates, so to speak, going downhill.
We call it put them in the blender.
I love it. That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
It's just really fun that no matter how many shots I could be missing or a couple of my teammates could be missing, that we still have confidence in each other no matter what the plan is in the game. Like, we still have confidence in each other.
And one thing that makes you guys better is y'all don't have, like, a lot of teams will have a ceiling with players and that's really, really good, but then their bench is y'all are deep and competitive. Talk about y'all's practices and how much y'all's practices make better and how competitive do they get?
He sets us up good all the time. I mean, he'll make bad calls on purpose, set us up for some adversity for the game. It definitely helped, even if we can get bad at it, but he definitely prepares as well.
I mean, yeah, there was this one time I think all of the team losing. We was down like 12-6, and he put us up, I think. He put us up, and then they came back and won still.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we had
gosh.
to get on the line. And he was talking trash to me. I was like, oh my God.
I love it.
So dope.
It's very competitive in practice.
Yeah, for sure.
How competitive is it in your household? Having your brothers play and your dad play, and we talked about your brother about this. How competitive is it?
Well, I always say that I'm gonna be the best. I always say that, but I mean, I think my oldest brother he was really good, and Toby just Toby, but he's pretty good. But like his defense is good, but when he's not on shooting wise, he can get a little off.
So you're calling him out right here on camera. That's what you're
He's
doing.
bashing his teammate and brother.
I love it.
Maybe to give him confidence.
Next practice.
Well, I got to see your dad play, so I got to see him, and he was unbelievable. I mean, I told Coach this. I mean, he was a three-point assassin back in the day and won state championship in Emma Sansom, and then even after in men's leagues, he was really, really good. So I see where you guys get it, and I did talk to your dad about who's the best shooter, and I got proof of your dad saying this. He said you actually were the best shooter. So, and that goes a long way in that household because we had a big argument here, didn't we, Coach, about that?
I've said for a long time Tyson had the potential to be the best out of his family. Now, whether or not he is, it's up to him and the amount of work that he's put in. But his work ethic has improved a ton over the last year. I'll give him some credit there. So excited to see what he can do his last couple of years.
Well, Coach, you got a unit of guys here that put up, hit about 500,000 shots in the offseason.
They work hard, man.
Yeah,
They really do. And
no
it's
doubt.
paid off for them.
Well, let's talk about something before we shut it down because I could keep y'all in here. We could talk hoops all day with you guys because I love your vibe, your energy, and your knowledge of the game. But let's talk about your mindset, Coach. Let's start with the players, and then we'll end with Coach. Just your mindset heading into this back half of the season. You got a tremendous opportunity right here in front of you in this county, and you want a good showing in this to lead you up heading into the back half of the season. We'll start right over here.
We all know what we're capable of, but what we just got to do, we just can't stay content. We just have to know that there's always room for improvement, and we have so much more to work on. But I mean, like he says all the time, the sky's the limit.
True story.
We just can't let bad things get in our head and just keep our confidence and keep going.
So play through adversities. I mean, because you're going to hit some coming up, ain't no doubt.
Yeah, obviously we've got county tournament coming up. Got a great opportunity to play some quality opponents in high stakes game, high stakes environment. It's always fun, so we're looking forward to that. You know, even after that, we're playing some quality teams as well. We've got Arab. We've got another matchup with Sardis. We go to Gunnersville and play, and then we'll finish the season with DAR and Cherokee County and Asbury. So we've got quality opponents that, you know, could go either way if we're not playing well. But we just want to make sure that we're playing our best basketball come area tournament time. We've given ourselves a great opportunity to host, and you know, it's great to be able to play some more games at home as you finish the year. But you got to make sure that we're playing our best ball when it matters. So we're going to keep these guys in the gym, make sure that we're continuing to, like they said, just continue to get better and not be content with where we're at. Because you know I had to tell them the last couple of years when we're struggling. You know, you can be 0-30 and then end up being state champions because it's a tournament sport. It's a
true story.
Yeah, you got to play your best.
Fact.
You got to play your best at area tournament time, 1st of February. So we're looking forward to it. We're gonna continue working, continue grinding, continue making sure that we're prepared and scouted up on everybody, and hopefully we're throwing our best punch night in and night out.
And Coach, you and I was talking about this before too. On the other end of that, you can be 30-0 like Grissom was and lose the first round of the area tournament. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. The last time that Boaz hosted the area tournament, they lost the 1-4 game. So I mean, it's one of those things you got to make sure you're prepared.
Coach, I watched Etowah last year live host the area tournament and play a team that did not have Aniana didn't have an area win all year, and they were up 16 in the game and they lost. Yeah. And I was like, their season's over.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
It's crazy.
We're going to make sure we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that doesn't happen. And I know these guys are going to be locked in as well. So we're looking forward to a last 3 weeks of the regular season and getting into area tournament time.
Man, I appreciate you guys sitting in with us. Good luck to you guys. Obviously, tonight, it starts tonight. So, I mean, you guys, I got to get you out of here so you guys can get rolling. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, sir.